Unless you live in a tent, the results of the Royal Commission into Banking Misconduct are very bad news for you. To understand what's going on, I need to give you some quick background. Brokers like me help borrowers to find better home loans than they could on their own. In fact, the Reserve Bank of Australia did some analysis with Deloitte and found that the competition created by brokers is responsible for 3% reduction in home loan interest rates. Not only that, but as an industry, brokers have a 94% approval rate from our customers, and the number of loans written by brokers over the last couple of years has increased to 59% of all home loans. So let's sum up. Right now, thanks to mortgage brokers, we have lower interest rates, more competition into banking, and happy customers who are saving money. ASIC, the Cedric Report, the Murray Report, and the report from Momentum Intelligence all agree that the current model of brokers being paid commissions out of bank profits instead of out of borrowers' pockets is the best model possible. So, happy days. We got it right, and everyone's happy. Everyone except the big banks. When brokers increase competition, it's competition against the big banks. When brokers help keep interest rates 3% lower, it's costing the big banks their profit margins. Enter the Hayne Report, the big bank's best friend. The Hayne Report recommends that brokers like me should no longer be paid via commissions from the bank's profits, but via a fee that we would have to charge our clients directly. The report makes it clear that brokers would have to charge an upfront fee, but is quite ambiguous about whether the banks would have to charge that fee too. In recommendation 1.4, the report talks about a level playing field, but it's anyone's guess what that even really means. So either brokers will have to charge this fee and banks won't, in which case everyone goes to the bank, the broking industry disappears overnight, 35,000 people will lose their jobs, competition to the banks disappears, interest rates start to climb, and bank profits will jump up by billions of dollars more, or option 2, brokers and banks will have to charge this fee, which means that anyone applying for a new loan will have to pay thousands of dollars in this fee every single time. The only people that like that idea are the big banks themselves. Not only are they making borrowing more expensive, but they're also locking you into your current loan. Think about it. If you have to pay thousands of dollars to switch loans, you're stuck. They can charge whatever interest rate they like. They can charge you more in fees, and you can't get out until you can come up with a few $1,000s to give to the new bank so that you can leave the old bank. So on the one hand, you have the Reserve Bank, ASIC, Deloitte, the Cedric Report, the Murray Report, and Momentum Intelligence all saying that the current model is the right one. And on the other hand, you have the Hayne Report and the big banks. And if you think that I'm exaggerating, have a look at what happened to the share prices of the big banks the day after the Hayne Report was handed down. The stock market knows what's going on, and they can see that the big banks are the big winners. Now look at the two mortgage brokerages, Mortgage Choice and AFG. The Hayne Report is a gift to the banks. They will increase profits by billions of dollars, and it will be the end of Pinpoint Finance, the multi-award-winning company that I've built over the last 5 years of my life. How come brokers have become the fall guys in a royal commission that was meant to be into banking misconduct? How can the banks come out as winners when it was them that lied, committed fraud, and ripped off their customers in the first place? Something is very wrong here. But both the Labor and the Liberal Party have already indicated that they plan to implement the recommendations of the Hayne Report when they get into power after the next federal election. We cannot allow that to happen. This isn't just about me and the other 35,000 people that work in my industry. It's also about you. If you're renting, your rent is about to go up. If you have a mortgage, your repayments are going to go up, and you won't be able to get out of a bad loan without paying thousands of dollars in fees. That's where we're headed, unless we force our politicians to change their minds. With just a few clicks, you can send an email to your local MP urging them to change their minds. Go to taxpayers.org.au/banking and use our pre-written letter to send to your local MP. This affects all Australians, so help us to survive this attack by the big banks so that we can be there for you to help you find the best finance, both now and in the future. Thank you.